All right, if you finish that last section, I have to pick up right where I left off. Like I said, I only have a 10-minute window when I'm recording a desktop like that. This is part two of this conversation on Amazon ads for a customer. All right. What I was getting at is this. When you build your website and you begin to become an information hub for people, and you're giving them information, or you're giving them content all of the time, then those people have a reason to come back to your website. So every day someone comes to my website. To show you the evidence of this, let me go to stat counter so I can give you an idea. Now, the stat counter stats are not as quite as accurate as Google Analytics, and they're not as accurate as my actual hosting service stats, but they give me a really good idea of who's going to the site and who's looking at different things. So there are several. When you look over here where my mouse is moving around, you'll see arc-usa.com. You'll also see this big 1 million visitors to the website. Now, that's actually extended from a long time ago, but it's pretty impressive when you think about that. But everything's going to be loading really slow now because I'm encoding a video over here, and I'm trying to do this video right now, so it's really intensive on my processor. But what you see here are unique visits. I'm going to move this over and cover my face up a bit. Unique visits, page views, returning visits, right? You need people coming to your site every day. If people are not going to your site, then you're not going to be able to sell anybody anything. So if you just have a static website for your product and people go to it on the homepage and it's just you like this with the product, nobody cares. Nobody's going to come back and look at that every day. But if every day you send out a tweet and you're talking about some music or whatever, then you begin to make yourself what could be considered a professional or a pro in the area that you're trying to sell. Now, she's selling period panties. If they can be used for an active lifestyle, she should be talking about how they can be used for an active lifestyle. She should be showing different exercises. She should have people jogging. She should have all of these different kind of reports and different information about what women, the active lifestyle of women, should be the topic of her blogs. And that means women who are teaching, women who are engineers, women who are, in sales, whatever. She should talk about these active lifestyles. She should talk about the outfits that people wear, how her product can actually enhance what a person is wearing, or how it can not enhance what someone's wearing, but that benefits that person who's wearing a certain thing. But this is what happens as far as incoming traffic. Because I'm actively creating content for the ARC website, what you'll notice is direct traffic. People have bookmarked the site to see what's going to come up every day. So I've had 41 visits, right? And this is the 18th to 19th, so it's looking at a 24-hour period. 41 visits have been direct traffic. 14% have been referring website, which means that somebody shared the website or it was shared from. House of Kicks is number one up here at 1.23%. Google, which means someone did a search. Facebook, so we can look down here and see social media at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We keep going. Facebook, and then there's a LinkedIn that came from. So that's about 8%. On that referring websites comes from social media, and then we have networks at 10%, and that's Twitter. You see the t.co, that's all Twitter. So 10% Twitter, 8% Facebook, that's about 18% of the traffic. In other words, if you think that you're going to build your audience through social media, you could be wrong, and you could be spending a lot of time on social media for no reason, when the majority of my traffic actually comes from direct traffic, and it comes from search engine. So you're talking 76% of the people are coming from direct traffic and from search engine. All right. So the majority of my traffic comes from the fact that people are searching for stuff and they come to the website directly. And that's what has to happen with your site. But nobody's going to be coming to your site if you don't write anything every day. You look at content or where they came from. Now, the next thing that you have to look at is visit length. So we go to visit length, right? And this is the most important thing that you can look at on your site. When I have an increase, like 18% is a lot of traffic for me to get from social media. But here's the problem. When I get an increase in traffic from social media, the engagement time on my website goes down. So right now, 64% of the people who are coming are leaving in less than 5 seconds. Those are those social media people. I typically have about an engagement rate that's 50%. So 50% of the people actually stay on the site for a long time, or more than 30 seconds all the way up to an hour. You see 5%. But they stay on the site this long because of content. You have to have content. So if you're not going to get out and go to the flea market, if you're not going to sit down and create content, then you're going to end up sitting on your product. Hopefully that answers the question. Hopefully it helps someone else. And I keep saying hopefully, which is terrible. But I hope this helps you guys. It's part one and part two. I'll go ahead and put cards up so you can click back and forth between them. But anytime I can respond to a question, I will. Amazon ads works. Use automatic targeting. Do not use the keyword feature unless you're very good at narrowing down keywords and you can afford to pay for the pay to compete with the bigger guys out there, which more than likely you can't. All right, so just keep the ads running if you want to. You don't have to. And if you don't keep the ads running, then make sure you're creating content. That's it. If you guys have any questions, hit me. I mean, like I said, it's rare for me to get a whole lot of questions, but this was a good question. I felt and just I needed to stop what I was doing and answer. Hopefully it helps somebody. Peace.